Hey folks, I'm still breathing. I hope everyone is doing well, of course. My message today was about discernment. You know, we go through things in our lives in order to learn from them. So, what is knowledge if you don't share it? This one thing, I guarantee you, will change your life for the better. And it may be difficult at first because when things get, people tend to look at what they lose, what they're losing or what they're leaving behind instead of what they're gaining ahead. You know what I'm saying? The pessimistic view of the world. But do this one thing. When you're talking to people, make it a habit. Make it an absolute habit to look them in their eyes. While they're talking to you, look them in their eyes and look them in their eyes with the intent to see the soul. And if you don't see one, then it's just not there. Don't try to put one there just because the face is pretty, you know, or just because the smile is gleaming, got the diamond ding, that type of shit. Because looks fade, things change, people get in disfiguring accidents. It's not about the shell. It's not about what somebody look like. As long as somebody is taking care and they love themselves, number one, and they're taking care of their temple. And they're human most of all, But if you start doing that and the person you're talking to is becoming uncomfortable or you are becoming uncomfortable, I mean, that's a sure sign right there. But the eyes are the windows to the soul. Look into the eyes with the intent to see the soul. I started doing this when I was married. And man, let me tell you, when people say that a person shapeshifted right before their eyes, like it seems like so far off. Like, I'm telling you, I'm telling you from experience. Maybe this is why the Bible is written poetically. Because they're trying to describe things and they put them in parables so it would make sense to a human, so it would make sense to you. They put it in a story or something like that. Because these non-human things, it's like it just transformed right in front of my eyes. And the crazy part is when you see it, you can't unsee it. When you see it. And if this discernment does not come first, or any discernment, if it doesn't come first, it will always be a hindsight. Always. You can look back at shit right now and be like, that's why they was acting like that. That's why this happened. Yeah. You see it clear as day in hindsight, right? But it's clear as day in day one. I mean, yes, the Narc has time to study you. In hindsight, he had time to study me. We met. We didn't talk for a few months. That was enough time for him to study me, lurk my social media, learn everything he could about me, shit like that. And then present himself to me as this perfect person for me. That's what they do. But when you're talking to somebody, if they're reading on their phone, looking around, this and that, and you're in a conversation with you, but their eyes and mind is everywhere else. No. Be aware. Because obvious, and they just can't look at you, or they become uncomfortable. Like, for instance, people would say, certain people, so-called people, would say, I'm intimidating. How am I intimidating if I have no weapons in my hands? How am I intimidating? How can I harm you? How am I intimidating? You know? I don't get that. I get it now. But I didn't get it then, you know? But I made them uncomfortable because I'm looking at you in your eyes. But study, you got to look and study right back. You got to get past the lust or being lonely, first of all. How can you be lonely when you have yourself? You have your soul, which is your mate. Your soul is your mate. It's not another person. If you understand that. When you were born, you were not born into this world with a husband or a wife or whatever your preference is. You were born alone. You're going to die alone also. You know? And for the people that's newly escaped prisoners of war here, you got to look at it this way. It's almost a game of would you rather. Would you rather? Would you rather lose a hand or a foot? Would you rather lose a hand or a foot? That's your life with a narc. It's always would you rather. And it's always something that you really, really, really don't want to lose. I don't want to lose a foot or a hand. But they make you reevaluate your life. Because God didn't put you here to be unhappy whatsoever. He put you here to have life and life more abundantly. A joyful life, And when it comes to the Bible, to put the Bible in layman's terms, it is a book about humans and non-humans. Satan and his angels was cast out of heaven in the beginning of freaking time. So they've always been here. It's all about interpretation and perception and looking at things differently. And realizing how real shit really is. So, yeah. Let no man deceive you. Take the message and stop trying to kill the messengers out here, I should say. So, anywho, pay attention to the eyes. Look a person in the eyes when you're communicating with a person. Look them in the eyes. And I don't do that with videos because I'm looking at myself right now. And then I'll be talking to myself, right? So, anywho, have an awesome, awesome day. Bye.